Hey, GHV students and staff. Students, this message is mainly for you. At our professional development yesterday, I already shared a lot of this with the teachers. I have some expectations I want to remind us of so that we finish out these next roughly 2 months of school, month and a half of school strong. So here's some concerns that I've been seeing. Let's talk first about lunch. Folks, you've gotten much better students about when walking down the halls and coming on time. Teachers continue to make the students stay in your classroom until dismissal time. I know today we had a sub, so I've asked your teachers to make sure that they write that in their sub notes, but much better with lunch. The other issue I have with lunch is that some of you are not there. I make it a point every lunch period to come around the tables and say hello to you, and I've noticed that we have students that are not in the lunchroom. The expectation is you need to eat in the lunchroom. If you have been eating elsewhere, I know a couple people have been eating with teachers. You need to let me know that, and we need to talk about expectations moving forward. So I'm going to keep a much closer eye on who is or is not in the lunchroom. A lunch, you need to go directly there. B lunch, you need to be dismissed and arrive back on time. C lunch, same thing. Speaking of dismissal, folks, this has been the same all year. First and second lunch, you dismiss going by Mr. Baumgard's room, kind of down that hallway and around. Okay? Third, last shift, you may leave however you choose. This has not changed. I'm aware of some of you, just been made aware today actually, of some students who say, yeah, we're just going this way. Mrs. Miller doesn't care. That's inaccurate. You need to go the way that we have been expecting all year. I will be pulling some of you individually to have those conversations if we have that issue continuing. Now that it's on my radar, I will address that. Besides lunch, another issue, big time, is we're not where we're supposed to be, folks. I need to know where my students are. I talked to the teachers today, and the expectation is if you're in class, you're in there the entire period. You're not going to sign out to go work somewhere else. Okay, you're not going to sign out to go visit somewhere else. You're not going to sign out to go talk to Mrs. Briley. If you are in math class, English class, science class, whatever academic period you're in, expect to be in that class the entire time. There are some exceptions. If there's a personal counseling thing that's going on that day that can't wait, that would be an exception. Teachers have a process now where they are going to contact Mrs. Briley or myself directly. So we've got to shut down all this wandering. If you are in class, you need to stay in class, remain there. Don't ask to go visit any other teacher or any other classroom. Now, let's talk about study hall. I know sometimes people sign out to go to PE for study hall, or maybe there's a project down in the shop area that you want to work on. Study hall's a little bit different. But what I'm finding out is students are saying, hey, I'm going to go to PE. They're signing out from study hall with Mrs. Baumgard. Mrs. Painish has no idea that you are saying you're going there, and you're roaming the halls, hanging out in the locker rooms, making TikTok videos, etc. Okay? This is lots of students. So here's our new procedure with study hall. If you are going to sign out to go to PE or to shop, that needs to be initiated by the teacher. So if today I have 6-hour study hall and I want to go to PE because I'm caught up in all of my classes and don't have any homework to do, you can talk to Mrs. Painish. She will give you a pass. You will take that pass to Mrs. Baumgard at the beginning of 6th period. She will give you a pass back to PE, and you're supposed to report directly there. So same thing with the shop. Mr. Omans or Mr. Englund, if they need you during your study hall, you will need to get a pass from them first, take it to Mrs. Baumgard, and then she will send you a pass back. In other words, you need to have the teacher initiate taking you out of study hall. We need to up our game. We need to be honest. We need to remember that our main goal here at GHV High School is academics, and you are responsible for being in your classroom the full period. Study hall is the only exception where we might let people sign out. Same thing as if you want to go see Mrs. Briley to talk about scholarships or anything like that. Those are scheduled things that you need to do during your study hall. Almost every student has a study hall, so that needs to be coordinated with her out of respect for her schedule as well. So those are just a few things we have going on. Folks, we need to finish strong. We have a lot of school left. I told the teachers I was making this video because I can anticipate some of you are going to not necessarily like these expectations. And again, these have been expectations all year. I truly was unaware that we've gotten so out of control until I started going in the hallways and seeing people roaming around, looking at lunch and not seeing people, and then basically having kids, when I'm trying to find them, they're not where they're supposed to be. So this impacts every single one of you. The expectations are the same for all of you. Okay? If you have questions or concerns, do not berate your teachers over this, which means do not harp at them about these rules. These are rules that have been in place, but we've got laxed on. My expectation to your teachers is, as principal, they need to enforce these rules. So if you're upset with somebody, be upset with me, not with your teachers. I'm happy to have conversations about this. But these are expectations of a student in high school is when you're in class, you're supposed to be learning that content area. You're supposed to be held accountable for being in the location you say you are. You're supposed to be honest and not deceptive. And we're going to have a great finish to the school year. So again, I love being your principal. Step up your game. Be responsible. Be respectful. If you have questions or concerns about any of this, I am happy to listen. But these are non-negotiables for me, which means this is the expectation moving forward. Have a wonderful day.